we have got some really big breaking news. The really big breaking news, of course, is that Jack Daniels has gone drag. This right after Bud Light was caught sponsoring a transvestite, Dylan Mulvaney. A lot of pushback against this. Well, Jack Daniels, a while ago, I guess, sponsored this drag campaign. People have dug that up, and now they're giving Jack the old Bud Light treatment.
Listen, people, we have a party to plan, and we need to go get some decorations, and we need to get this going, honey. We're expecting people. My gosh, she looks so stunning in every single one of my dresses to the nines.
We gotta get some Jack Daniels fire.
Party Lynchburg has ever seen. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Isn't Lynchburg a dry county?
Let's do it. We should make a Jack Fire Cranberry. Yes, we should.
Jack Fire Cranberry. Fill a lowball glass with ice. You have 1.5 ounces of Jack Fire and 4 ounces of cranberry juice.
We invited all of Lynchburg, so I wonder who's going to show up.
Well, let's see who shows
Who's
up.
our... Oh, good.
How y'all doing?
Yeah.
All right, you get the idea. It goes on for a little while. Now, everyone's criticizing Jack Daniels, especially on the right. I, however, don't have a huge problem with this. I don't have a huge problem. I have a huge problem with Bud Light. I have less of a huge problem with this because it's not that Jack is advertising their regular Jack Daniels here. It's not good old number 7, okay? It's not that Jack is advertising their Gentleman Jack, their higher end whiskey. You saw the specific product that they are advertising here is Jack Fire. It's their ripoff of Fireball cinnamon flavored whiskey. And 100% of the people who drink Jack Fire are at least homosexuals. At least. They might be trans, they might be drag queens, it's not a heterosexual beverage. I don't even think women really drink it. I think if women are going to take a shot of one of these kind of frou-frou cinnamon things, they'll probably just drink Fireball. Jack has that bite to it. It's more of a man's drink, albeit a man who's a little bit light in his Lynchburg loafers. So in this case, you have Jack Daniels marketing a foppish drink to a foppish crowd of people. All right, that's fair enough, right? That doesn't offend me. What offends me is when Bud Light markets a drink that is only consumed by frat stars and construction workers and dudes at baseball games, and markets that to transvestites who actually claim to be women and who dance around and make awful caricatures of women all the time. That bugs me. That's a real finger in the eye of the customer base of Bud Light. But for Jack, that's okay. I don't mind. So as long as they don't do it to old number 7, that's okay. That's fine. It fits. It fits. I don't mind when weird cultural movements are at least coherent or semi-coherent. What bothers me is when the LGBT gay Gestapo just tries to colonize everything else. And they try to go in and take normal products, sports bras from Nike, and then put them on this dude and say, just do it. No, I don't want to do that. I don't do that. Or when drag queens go in and they start jiggling for elementary school students. Drag queens, if you're going to have a drag queen show, that belongs in a weird part of town in some weird kind of seedy cabaret late at night with a guy checking IDs at the door. If you're going to have it at all. It certainly doesn't belong in elementary schools. That's the real issue here. Speaking of foppish fellows, and turning to 2016 as well, the libs are having a meltdown. The libs are just so angry. They're addicted to Trump. They can't quit him, but they're so angry at him. They're scarred by him. Chris Hayes over on MSNBC, he's giving his analysis of what Republicans should be doing vis-a-vis Trump after having been scarred in 2016.
There are lots of people who watch politics closely, who've got a lot of anxiety stemming from that 2016 election, and probably will for as long as they live. I know I will. Everywhere you look, the signs point to the fact that Donald Trump is incredibly unpopular with persuadable voters outside the Republican base. But everyone is so freaked out, so permanently scarred by 2016, that obvious truth is often obscured. And the truth is that Donald Trump, listen to me now, does not possess a magic power that turns political gravity upside down. He is an unlikable figure who lots of persuadable voters find repulsive. At some point, Republicans are going to have to face this reality. The guy's utterly toxic. As long as you keep supporting him, you're going to lose a lot of winnable elections.
Donald Trump is so terrible and everyone hates him and you better not run him for president. Says Chris Hayes, the big lib on the Big Lib Network. Don't do it, Republicans! Why won't you listen to me? Trump is terrible and he's awful and you're going to lose if you don't do what I say. Get rid of Trump. I hate him so much. I don't know. He's kind of convincing me that Trump's the guy. If MSNBC, out of such concern for the Republican Party's electoral viability, MSNBC says, look, we really have your best interests at heart, Republicans. I want Republicans to win elections. I know I'm a lifelong Democrat and my whole network exists just to get Republicans out of elected life, but I'm taking a break from that. I'm really concerned for you. I'm just telling you, you'd be crazy to nominate that guy Trump. He's so easy to beat. That guy is so easy to beat for president that we're trying to arrest him in 3 different locales in America to keep him from campaigning. Because he's so easy, You get him out there, and the more people see of Trump, the more they're going to hate his guts. That's why we're doing everything we can to shut him up and keep him off the campaign trail and ideally just put him behind bars. Well, does that make sense to you? That doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. And the permanent scarring, that's the key too. The key is that the political class, which is mostly liberal, but it includes some squishes and establishment Republican types, it was unthinkable to them that Trump could be elected. It was unthinkable. It was traumatizing to them because the options for America, we've got the far left over here, we got the center left over here, and the options were supposed to be between those 2 poles. And that was it. Well, and it's okay, and sometimes you get a Bush and sometimes you get a Clinton, but, it's, and we'll complain about it, but, those are the options. And then when you had someone come in and say, actually, no, you guys are wrong on trade, you're wrong on foreign policy, you're wrong on abortion, you're wrong on manufacturing, you're wrong on all of it. That short-circuited the liberal class. I'm not saying Trump can win in 2024. They might just say, nope, we're not going to let you win. even if 80% of the people vote for you, we're not going to let you win again. But it does show you the real threat that guy posed. How many years later are we? 7 years later, they still can't get this man out of their head. He haunts their dreams. The rest of the show continues now. You do not want to miss it. Become a member and use code Knowles, K-N-W-L-E-S, at checkout for 2 months free on all annual plans.